Welcome to another episode of Tech Talk. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic in the realm of internet privacy. Whoogle. Have you ever wished you could search Google without all the ads and tracking? Well, Whoogle aims to do just that by providing an ad-free, privacy-respecting search experience. So what exactly is Whoogle? In a nutshell, it's an open-source search engine that allows users to access Google search results without the baggage that usually comes with them. No JavaScript, no ads, no tracking, and no cookies. Sounds great, right? Imagine waking up on a Sunday morning. You're enjoying your coffee and you want to look something up without being bombarded by ads and recommendations. With Whoogle, you can simply search for whatever you desire. But here's a thought. Why would anyone want to ditch the mainstream search engines? I mean, Google seems to have everything, right? Well, it boils down to privacy. Every search you make on traditional engines is usually tracked, which raises questions about data privacy and user consent. Whoogle flips that script by allowing you to keep your searches private, going so far as to allow you to deploy your own instance of the software on a personal server. Now, let's break down some features that make Whoogle intriguing. First off, it's easily deployable. Whether you prefer Heroku, Docker, or your own server, Whoogle can fit right into your workflow. For users who aren't tech-savvy, the installation guides are pretty comprehensive. You could set it up in just a few clicks, which is an appealing prospect. And for customization lovers, there's room for personal tweaks with environment variables and configuration options. You can also define redirects using what are known as custom bangs, similar to DuckDuckGo. This allows you to create shortcuts for specific search queries. Now let's get a little technical for a moment. If you're someone who's interested in the nuts and bolts, the platform runs on Flask, a Python web framework. That means if you're a developer or someone who enjoys tinkering with code, you might find this project particularly enticing for contributing or making modifications. So, what about the downsides? Well, it's important to mention that Whoogle relies on Google's results, which means if Google tweaks its algorithm, Whoogle might also have to adjust. Plus, running a personal server can be a bit of a hurdle for some, especially if you're not comfortable with the command line. Here's a thought-provoking question. Would you be willing to give up some convenience in exchange for privacy? It's a tough question that often leads to spirited discussions among tech enthusiasts. As we wrap up, I'd encourage you to explore Whoogle if you haven't already. It's an interesting alternative for anyone looking to navigate the web with more anonymity. And remember, just because a search engine does all the heavy lifting doesn't mean we have to sacrifice our privacy. Thanks for tuning in to Tech Talk today. If you found this episode interesting, feel free to share it with friends. What's your take on Whoogle, or have you tried setting it up yourself? Leave us a comment or reach out to us on social media. Until next time, stay curious.